Good afternoon. Hey, this is Unstoppable Agent. You know what? This is the show where real estate agents come to build their business, build their wealth, and build a life of impact and significance.
Work with people that know you. They already know you and trust you. And there's not much competition there because they're less forgiving when it comes to wanting things and expectations. So family and friends are definitely the best way to go as a brand new agent.
Love doing the show and love having you here with us. So my name is Brian White. I am an associate broker, team leader, and an all-around great guy in the Dallas-Fort Worth area with EXP Realty. EXP comes from an abundance mindset. So the people that are joining are really sharing their tips. They're sharing their success with you. So stay tuned. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. You'll get notified every time we put a new interview up. I am excited to have Cristina join me today. Cristina Camastano?
Camastano. So close. Nice try.
Okay, awesome. I was like, I had it before and then I lost it. Cristina, thank you for joining me today. I'm super excited to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. My pleasure.
We were talking a little bit before, and you're really just coming up on celebrating your first anniversary with EXP, and you've already won your first Icon Award. Congratulations on a great start to what I'm sure will be a brilliant run at EXP.
Thank you. I look forward to many more and my stocks.
So that's the thing. And so I've got one of these. You may not even have yours yet, so this is a trophy. You get a trophy when you get the Icon Award, but that's not the cool thing. At all the other brokerages, this is a highlight. You get a trophy, maybe a certificate, top producer.
Right.
But at EXP, you get that plus a ton of stock. That's a better deal, I think.
I have a lot of, I call them Oscars from Century 21. Being with Century 21 for so many years, they had these giant Oscars and they're just taking up space.
Yeah, they're great bookends. Bookends
Right.
is what they are, but otherwise they don't have a lot of value. So what's great is at EXP, if you're watching, when you cap and then you sell 20 more deals, you earn something called an Icon Award. And what that is they give you your cap back in stock. It's nuts. Not only are we all owners in the company, but once you achieve that icon status, then hey, you also have a lot more ownership in the company because it's a pretty big award. Cristina, tell us about you, where you're at, and how you got started in real estate.
21 years in the business. I was just on my way finishing my bachelor's degree and I saw an ad in the newspaper, and it's a tiny little newspaper. They still have it around. It's the Redlands Daily Fax, and it was like, get your real estate license for free. So I went to an intro meeting. I didn't end up joining that company. It was Better Homes and Gardens.
Okay.
I didn't join them. I went to Century 21, but it was just kind of a fluke. I've always had a passion for homes. I used to go to open houses when I first got licensed and driver's license. I would just drive around and I just loved houses, and I thought, oh, this would be fun. Boy, was I wrong. It was fun, but it was hard. It was at first, and it still is sometimes.
It definitely still is. 21 years later, and we may be heading into, we'll talk more about what you're expecting from the market we're heading into. So you got started really from an ad, and a career was born. How did you get your first deal, and what advice would you give agents today that are just getting started and trying to get there first?
My first deal, it was actually a coworker of my sister, and then my second deal was some family friends from church. And 21 years later, their son was all grown up, and I sold him a house last year.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, advice to new agents: work with people that know you. They already know you and trust you, and there's not much competition there because they're less forgiving when it comes to wanting things and expectations. So family and friends are definitely the best way to go as a brand new agent.
That's awesome. So how would you recommend they do that? So I think most of us would like to work with more of our friends. So how do you get started? How do you broach that conversation? How do you get started with your friends and family?
Well, obviously they first need to know that you're in the business. I know it's a big saying in real estate, don't be a secret agent. And then just offer value, educate yourself, be the knowledge broker. You study, and there's so much information out there right now, especially with the EXP. Tremendous amount of training that you need to be the expert, and no one will question your experience or being brand new if they feel like you know what you're doing and you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's good. We've got more than 60 hours a week of live training at EXP each and every week now. That I've started sending my group a training calendar each and every week, because there's so many classes that I go and try to pick out a few that are maybe interesting to me, or I think might be interesting to some of the folks there. There's just so much training. Yes. And what's fun about that is, so you talked about, and you and I sounds like run our business the same way, primarily listing focused and in our sphere of influence. But there's so many people run things differently. They do it with YouTube. They do it with converting cold leads. They do it working FISBOs or expireds. And we've got training on all those things. So just exactly what you said. Just learn whatever it is that you're going to do and go deep, become an expert.
Yeah, there are so many different ways to get business. Numerous ways. But one thing that we cannot forget, there's always a new shiny object. There's always a new program. There's always a new social media platform. But one thing that we can't forget, it's people. People first. Make contacts with people, and you'll just keep going. The more people
really great. That's really great. Got started at Century 21, and It sounds like you were there for quite a while. So you didn't stay there though. I think you mentioned you had a couple of transitions. So ultimately, what made you make a move to EXP?
I started with Century 21. Then when I realized this was in July of 2015, so I was with Century 21. I switched back from two Century 21s from 2001 to 2015. When I realized that I had paid over $40,000 into company dollar, and this was in July, then I'm like, okay, it's time to go. So I went to Keller Williams, where there was a cap, which was nice. Stayed there from 2015 till I went to EXP last year, December 2021, and it was basically KW on steroids, is what I call it. They took everything that KW had going and bright, and they made it even better. So my biggest reason for switching to EXP is the revenue share. You're going to pay a broker no matter where you work. That's just the nature of the business. But to have the opportunity to get the revenue share, and for me, it's not just the revenue share. I'm a single solo agent, and I tried building a team. It wasn't for me. But I do feel like I have a lot of knowledge to give and to train. The other reason was mentoring. I enjoy mentoring new agents and teach them right from the beginning. And now I brought a few other agents with me, or that followed, and I just love pouring into them and teaching them and giving them, sharing all the wealth of information that I learned over the years.
That's great. And it's a tremendous opportunity through revenue share, where you can make a difference and make an impact and educate others and contribute to them without actually having to have a team. You don't have to have the leadership responsibility or the lead gen responsibility, the managerial responsibility many times that comes along building a team. So that's terrific. And you're even in just your first year seeing the benefits of that.
Absolutely.
Well, I love what you said about we're like KW on steroids, because I was at Keller Williams before coming to EXP, and you know what? I was happy. I enjoyed my time at KW, and honestly had nothing but great things to say about it. It was just once I saw the EXP model, I couldn't unsee it, and it is like they took the best parts of that company and then multiplied it and accelerated it. So that's terrific. I'd love to know, as you look at this next year and maybe some of the challenges that might be coming in the market, how are you preparing for that?
I'm not really preparing. I'm just doing what I've always done. Just be consistent. Keep talking to people, and I keep obviously educating myself. I watch all kinds of YouTube videos and podcasts and listen to kind of knowing what's going on, and just to be able to, people are fearful. Is the market going to crash? Is it? I don't know. I don't think so. Is it going to adjust a little bit? Yes, we are already seeing that. So just being able to offer that kind of knowledge and information, and okay, this is what's going on with the rates. I keep up with the rates on at least a couple times a week, just to know. But as far as preparing business-wise, I'm planning on spending more money on advertising and getting my name out there even more, and just being more in contact with my sphere and past clients than ever before.
That's good. Yeah, I think in all markets, consistency wins, and the person who communicates well consistently is ultimately the one who ends up seeing the business, and that's not going to change this next year. Does that mean that things might be be a little slower. That could be, but we'll also see a lot of people getting out of the business. Because over the last several years, we've seen just an influx of agents getting into the business. Now we're likely to see people getting out, getting tired, getting frustrated, getting disappointed. And for those of us that run a great business, you're going to have an opportunity to pick up some market share from people maybe getting out of the business. So the one who communicates the best and the most often is the one that's going to win.
Right. I'm really excited about that, about just cleaning up the industry. All the people that got in, watched Selling Sunset and thought, oh, I could do that. Just, it's not that easy. So I'm excited to get to have the professionalism, the level, the standards being upped. And we know that whoever's going to stick around is obviously doing all the right things and educating themselves and their clients.
That's awesome. That's great. Cristina, do you have any parting thoughts? Is there anything you'd like to leave us with as we wrap up?
No, but my best advice to agents is work on your mental health. Work on being mentally tough, because it's never been an easy business, but the strong will survive.
That's really great. Right. I think that's great advice no matter what business you're in, but in real estate in particular, because it's a business where close friends may end up choosing to work with somebody else for whatever reason, and it can be challenging. The hits keep coming, but so do the benefits, and so do the rewards, and so does the success. So the folks who can focus on their mindset, focus on mental health, and really focus on serving others and coming from contribution have a great opportunity and ultimately build a great life. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thanks for having me.